Hi, parents. Hi, welcome. So we just had an amazing 3 hours meeting on Zoom to discuss how you can get involved in the legislative process. How can you advocate for changes in the family laws that are affecting your families and many other families right now? We had advocates from New York, from Oklahoma, from Texas, from California that came and shared their experiences. And really, even though we cover those 4 states, the information was really, you see that the theme is the same. The process is very much similar in whichever state that you advocate for. So anyway, we found that very helpful. So the reason I want to come on because I want to share that with you guys. Um, and by the way, let me know if you can hear me. I want to make sure that the audio is working fine, and let me know where you are from as well, because I'm curious to see. Because so I think if there are enough interest, we're gonna do this event again soon, and we will try to find advocates for your state to come in and talk about it. So I know in the next session, in the next probably. We haven't scheduled a time yet, but we're gonna do another Zoom call like that, where I know that we're going to probably cover Arizona, and some of the people that talk from today might come back as well. Australia, actually, I do know somebody that advocate a lot in Australia, so we'll definitely try that. Yes, there's a lot of question about Canada, so we're gonna try that. Someone talk about New York. Michelle said New York. So today we actually had someone who talked about New York today. She might come back next time. So yeah, so we're gonna try to do that again soon. So let us know if you're interested in participate, if you have had experience yourself, whether it's successful or not successful. We also want you to come on and share your experience because no matter how it have gone, there are always learning lessons that could be helpful to a lot of us. So, and like I mentioned, we're gonna do that as a Zoom so that we can actually have a conversation instead of a live stream. And also, it's sort of sensitive, so we don't want that information to just be out there. So it's gonna be a Zoom session. If you're not in our mailing list, make sure that you register on our mailing list on our website because that's how we send out the information for how you sign up for the Zoom session. So just a quick update like that, just to mention that for you guys. A few other updates that I've been talking about. The documentary film, our documentary film, Parental Alienation, The Aftermath, is going to premiere on the 26th, February 26th, in Hollywood at the legendary Chinese Theater in Hollywood. We are very excited about this. We're just so thrilled. It's so we now found out the time. It's going to be at 2 p.m. on February the 26th. So uh, what we want to do, you can just turn up to the theater and buy a ticket, just like when you go to the normal movie theater, because it is a normal movie theater. But what we wanted to do is to buy ticket as a block. So if you know that you can come, we would love for you to let us know, and then we can just buy the tickets together so that we can all sit together. That would be great. And also we wanted to do sort of a networking meet and greets after the screening as well. So would love to see and meet you guys in person. So I hope you can be there. If you are not in, not being able to be there in Hollywood on the 26th, then just hold on. We are working very hard to try to get distribution for the film. So we want to make we want it to get to you. So, we don't have particular information yet, but we'll figure it out and let you know how you can go and see the film. Yeah, and then ultimately we'll make sure that the film is going to be on some kind of public access platform, like maybe YouTube or something like that. But for now, we wanted to find proper distribution channels. So just hold off for now and be patient with us. So that's the second update. The third update is we are working on building the art installation, the Boundless Love Art Installation. So this is a public awareness campaign, and I think you guys may have, some of you may have already sent me hearts cut out, but if you're not, let me just get the information for a second, I'm sorry. But essentially, it's a public awareness campaign, and what we wanted to communicate is that how much love it is. The love that alienated parents have for their children is boundless, and nothing can break that, and nothing can divide that. We want to I want to show you, and if you on our mailing list, you probably have seen it today. We sent out to the mailing list the design of what we are working on. Let's see. Sorry, just 1 second. I have it right here. So let me, oh, wrong computer. Gosh, I'm sorry. So many. Actually, how do I get it? 1 second, sorry. All right, got it. So let me share this with you guys. Does it work? No, it's not working, is it? Let's see. Okay, this should work here. Share. Okay, so this here is the design of what we want for our art installation. It's going to be 7 foot tall, and essentially it's two open hut. The big one is of the parent, and the small one is of the child. It's represent that, and the two huts are connected, and that connection create the base, the foundation that provides the stability for these two huts. And then across these two hut frames, we're going to hang strings. There's going to be a lot more string than what you're seeing here, that where we're going to hang 1,000 hats cut out. And this is where you can help. We want you to send us more hats. We need 1,000. We want to be at least 1,000 hats. We don't have enough right now. So, and anyone can participate in this. So you can send us hats, or you can encourage other people to send us a hat as well. I'm going to give you the address in 1 second. But so that's the design that we are thinking of, that we are working on, and we want it to be a traveling piece. So that means that we want your help in that. Think about your local area where may be a suitable venue for this to be installed at for a period of time, like maybe a week or something like that. So think of, maybe a community center, public library, small galleries, anything like that. We wanted to find places that we can bring this and show more people, because that's the whole point of this. Is a public awareness campaign. So anyway, if you haven't and if you want to send us hats, please use the address on the screen. Is sending it to me, Petrodita, at PO Box 56116 in Los Angeles, California. The zip code is 90056. So it's about 2 inches in size. It can be any material: paper, wood, cardboard, plastic, glass, anything. I had parents that made it out of resin, things like that. Any kind of decoration, any kind of messages on it, as long as it doesn't have your personal information. So no full name. You can have first name, but no full name, no phone number, no email address, nothing like that. So just so any kind of decoration, any kind of message, we want to, and if you are sending it from, we would love to get sorry, I don't know if this is still working. Yeah, so also let us know, put in there, if you can, where you are sending it from, like on the hat itself, because we want to show the world that this is a worldwide problem. We have received hats from really from Australia, from Europe, from a lot of places. And whatever state in the US, please put it on there if you can. So anyway, we want this to be a traveling piece. So I see Cassandra says Riverside City Hall. Thank you. Jody said this art awareness is an amazing idea. I'll be fight for legislative change here. Yes, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So yeah, so the point is, we wanted to show this in the public, So we're gonna look for any venues that would be open for us to be able to set this up for maybe a week or so, and we want it to travel anywhere that we can, and we're gonna figure out a way to get it travel. Even like I see Syrians that island, yeah, we'll bring it to island if we can figure out a venue. We're working on that, so we want your help with this. Think about think about your location. Think about potential venues that would be suitable for this. We would love it could be even like um, I don't know. I'm going blank right now, but there's a lot of venues that could potentially we could set this up. So it's about 7 foot tall, but it's modular, so it can be taken apart, and it can travel easily. So we're working on building this, but we really need 1,000 hats, you guys. So please help us with that. So that's the second update. I know I have more updates, but I can't think of right now. So I think I will just stick with that for now. If you guys have any questions, let us know. And I'm gonna come back sometime this week to talk about alienating behaviors. Oh, actually, yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to mention, and I mentioned it the other day, is that a while back I posted a question asking parents for we're working on a flyer for educators, and we asked parents, if you were to create a flyer for educators, what would you recommend? And so there was more than 100 comments there, and I read every single one of those, and I'm so grateful for all of your inputs. Really, really valuable, and thank you for that. So I read through all of them, and I wanted because I wanted to make sure that I consider all of your input, and so we created the flyer. We share that with our patron on our Patreon page. And right now we are going through a process to get some feedback from some important expert in the field. And once we have the final version, we're going to release that out to the public so that you yourself can use it and share with your children's school, share with your friends so they can share with their children's school. We want this to be out to as many school as possible in school districts as possible, because really we need to raise awareness at all levels, and we're really trying to fight this and tackle this from all angles and all levels. So any suggestions that you have, feel free in letting us know. Like I mentioned, so like the legislative session, the process that we just worked on today, we're going to do that again very soon. Okay, the next one is that we also created a flyer for the legislators regarding parental alienation. I mean, so when it comes to parental alienation, the system is very broken, and I know you know this because you experience this yourself. It's broken in so many ways. So just there are many issues that need to be addressed. From custody issue itself. There's a lot of that. And then the custody interference is another issue, and then parental alienation is another issue. There's just so many issues out there. So for me personally, my focus is on parental alienation. I want that to be recognized as a form of child abuse, and that's my focus. And custody interference is also another focus of mine, because the law is out there that say custody interference is a felony. It's a criminal matter. Sometimes it's a felony, sometimes it's a misdemeanor, but it's a criminal matter, no matter which state you are. And yet it's not being enforced right now, and that's my focus, is trying to get enforcement for that and to get parental alienation recognized as child abuse. So if you have other issues that you wanted to fight in the legislative process, or even under the legislative process, meaning locally, you can reach out to us, and we will help direct you to the right advocates or the right organization that could potentially take on that fight with you. But for me personally, and for our organization here, our focus is on getting parental alienation being recognized as child abuse in the law. And so that's what I'm working on. So if you are fighting that, or if you want to fight that with us, let us know, because we need a lot more support. We need a lot more bandwidth. So, if that's something that you want to fight legislatively, let us know, and then we'll see how how we can work together. Okay, so Mariska said school. Andre said I will send hats from North Carolina. Thank you so much. Yes, please do. Ross said my stepmother is a major contributor to a mural society. How can we involve her? That's amazing. She probably had recommendations on where we could, venues that we could show the art installation. She probably also know organization where we could talk to bring public awareness. So let us know. Maybe you can discuss with her and see what she thinks. Mariska said playgrounds. The problem with playgrounds is that unless if it's a venue that belongs to an organization, um, it might get damaged, it might get destroyed. So it needs to be indoor, ideally. It probably could be outdoor, but I don't know how it's gonna weather. So everything that you send is, if it's paper, we're gonna laminate that. So keep that in mind. If you whatever it is, it's gonna be hanged. So make sure there's a hole in there for us to hang it through a string. If you don't already have it, we will have to drill a hole in it. I want to let you know in advance because I don't want you to think that we destroy your work in any way. So keep that in mind that we need a way of hanging it. So when you send it to us, if it's already laminated or weatherproof in some way, then we don't have to do it. And if there's a way for it to be attached to be hanged, then that would be great. If not, then we will have to do that. We'll laminate it and we'll drill a hole in that, and we're gonna hang it onto the string. Andrea said that she's gonna send it from hats from New Jersey. Yes, please. Thank you so much. So anyway, so those are the few things. So yeah, so we created a flyer for legislators to educate legislator about parental alienation. It's a simple information sheet. So we are also going to release that out to the public so that you yourself can go to your representative, your senators and your House representative, your assembly member, whoever represent you, and then give them this flyer that will, what we're trying to do is keep it very visually appealing and not too overwhelmed with information, and it's words, language that is easy to understand. So we created this flyer. It's a single page. Anybody can print it out, ideally in color. Black and white should be okay too, but it's single, one-sided, one-pager. We're getting some feedback from legislators we wanted to make sure that it makes sense. So, and that there's nothing obvious that we missed. So we're gonna get some more feedback, but then we're gonna release that to the public so that you yourself can use this. And then we're also gonna be working on some other ones. Okay, so Amy said the hat should be about 2 inches in size. We have information on our website, Victim to Hero. So if you search for Boundless Love, you should be able to find more information. But essentially, it's 2 inches. Any material, any decoration, any color, any messages, as long as it doesn't have private, personal, identifiable information or contact information on there. We've seen a lot of different things and they're all very beautiful. I think we show some of that. If you look at our videos and some of our past posts, we got hundreds of them, but we haven't got 1,000 though. So we need 1,000. I would like to have at least 1,000 because this is a big problem. We want the world to see how big this problem is, and we wanted them to see how much pain and heartache it is. Because I think that to bring public awareness is not enough to educate them with information. Sometimes I think it's not about logic. I think it's not about information. I think we have to get people in the heart, like at the emotional level. And so for the public, I think it's important that we appeal to the emotional level. And I think that's why this is so important that we share our pain. And sometimes people don't have enough time to pay attention or hear whole stories because it's overwhelming for them, and sometimes it seems too drama. But if it's coming in this abstract form, in an art form that is beautiful and it's compelling, and if you see thousands of these hearts with all these different messages, and you can just feel so much love. I mean, I'm holding these hearts that parents sent to me, and they're not in an art installation yet, and I'm feeling so much love from all the parents. So I want the world to see this, and I want them to see in this frame, to see that our love for our children is boundless, and despite how broken the system is and how abusive the alienators are, it will never destroy that love. And how, even though our hearts are not whole, that's why the hearts are open, they're not complete full hearts, they still open, but they still always connected to the child, and that connection is important for both the parent and the child, and that's why that connection is the foundation that provides the stability for both of the hearts. And then, like I said, between the two frames, we're going to hang these thousand hearts to show the message and the connection and the love that is flowing between the two. So anyway, that's the concept of the art installation. Amy, if you want to fight legislatively for parental alienation as child abuse, please come to our next event, if you could, and then we'll have a better conversation there, because it's going to be a Zoom session, and that way you can discuss with us and we can talk more about the general process. And then once you know the general process, then we can discuss the specific. That would be great. And definitely anyone who want to fight, we want to have your hand. We want to have your help. So yeah, so sign up to our mailing list, and we'll let you know when we figure out a date for that. Hopefully that's going to be soon, because I know the session is active in a lot of states right now. So thank you so much, everyone. Just want to update you guys in that, and I'm just so grateful for all the people that participated today. That was amazing. Thank you so much, and especially the speaker that came and shared their experiences, their successes and their failures, and sharing the experiences and tips and things like that. That was just so amazing. So thank you so much. And Jody said, "Yay, Amy!" Yes, that's amazing. So thank you. Good night, everyone, and I see you guys again soon.